all. In this video, we will understand how I can convert my local language to another language using a speech recognition, right? So I don't need to copy paste or anything. I don't need to copy any text. I don't need to write anything. So what I can do, I can simply execute my piece of code and I will start talking. So remaining thing, my application will take care, right? So it's very easy, right? So if somebody asks you to write any document in English or in any other language, right? So I don't need to worry about it. What I need to do, I just need to speak in my native language and you will be able to convert into any different language. Like sometimes some students who are not coming from a technical background, I would say not English medium, right? So for them, sometimes they find it a little difficult. I'm not saying all of you, but sometimes some students will find it a little difficult how to write a letter or article in English, right? You don't need to worry, right? So you can speak in your own native language and my application will convert it into English language. That simple it is, right? So let's begin and try to understand how this will work. So first and foremost, what I'm going to do, I'm going to import a speech recognition, right? So speech recognition is one of the library. I'm going to import it and I will call it as a SR, short name, right? So I'm going to instantiate speech recognition with recognizer. With recognizer, I have covered detailed explanation about speech recognition in other video, that is speech to speech to text. You can watch how this recognizer and speech recognition and other methods work. Right here, I'm going to cover at high level. Our main focus is on this one. Right. So let's understand this. I'm going to import a speech recognition, and within the speech recognition, I have a method called recognizer. I'm going to instantiate into one of the variable. So you can give any name here. So I'm going to use a speech recognition, right? Then I have a microphone, dot microphone. So I'm going to say this is as a source with sr.microphone as source. So this I'm going to print it so that it will let me know that when I should start speaking. So then I'm going to use this r.listen method, r.listen method. So I'm saying this is the source because I'm speaking through microphone. So that is going to be my source here. And I'm going to instantiate into audio underscore text. You can give any name here. Then I will print it. So this is going to give me a notification that your translated data is coming up, right? Just for an indication, right? So that I can recognize, or I would say, I can see that, okay, after this text, my converted language is going to print, right? So now I'm going to use a try and accept block. So which we have seen in the Python. So why we should use a try and accept. In case if I'm not able to speak properly, or maybe my voice is not clear, some audio issue, some mic issue. So in that case, it is not going to recognize my voice. So it is going to print this statement saying, sorry, I did not get that. So that I can investigate, or maybe I can adjust my mic. Whatever the issue, I will try to correct it. Then again, I can go ahead and try this, right? So that's why we are going to use try and accept block, right? So let's see how, what and all we can write in the try block. In the try block, I'm using recognize Google. So Google system I'm going to plug in here, which is a Google product, recognize underscore Google. Here I'm going to give the audio text, which I have stored in this audio underscore text. So then I'm going to give the language, in which language I'm going to speak, so that it will detect whether it is the right language or not. So everything happens behind the scene. We just need to make sure that in which language I'm going to speak to get a precise answer. Since I'm going to talk in English language, so I'm going to give language equal to EN. EN is for English. And we have discussed how to detect a language code in the previous video. All right. So based on that, you can give the language code. We'll try to play around with this. We'll try to change the language and we'll see how things will turn around. Right. So I'm going to give this language. So then I'm going to use this text blob. So text blob, again, you have to import, as we already know that. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to import a text blob here. From text blob, import text blob. Right? So that text blob is what I'm going to use here. I'm going to use the text blob, this guy, and I will pass this text. What is this text? This text is nothing but the language which we speak, right? That is stored in this text, right? So after that, the methods are simple, which we have already seen. So this blob is my object. I'm going to use this and I will say dot translate. And to which language? HI is a Hindi, right? This is what I'm going to do here. So let's execute and see how things will work. All right, I have imported the necessary libraries. Now let's see. Let me think what I can speak. Okay, let's see. Let's try to execute this. Speech recognition is a wonderful technique where you can convert one language to another language with the help of a text block. At the same time, speech recognition will also detect your language and convert it into a text. Thank you. Okay, there you go. So you see a very big statement. So let's try to understand if it is able to convert into Hindi, okay, in a precise manner. वाकई पहचान एक अद्भुत टेक्निक है जहां हम एक भाषा को एक पाठ की मदद से और दूसरी भाषा को उसी समय में बदल सकते हैं। वाकई पहचान भी एक भाषा का पता लगा सकती है और इसे एक पाठ में बदल सकती है। धन्यवाद। You see that it's almost there. It's almost there. Some of the techniques it doesn't understand because the technique is something maybe there is no, I don't know exactly. I'm not coming from North India, so I know a little bit of Hindi. So, but at least I'm able to manage to read this, right? So maybe I will try to convert into some other language. So what I will do, I will read, I will speak in English and try to convert in Kannada language, right? Okay, so let's execute this. Speech recognition is a wonderful technique which will help us to convert from one language to another language with the help of text block, and it is very useful to convert speech into text. Thank you. Okay, so Bhashana Gurtisuke Adbhuta Tantravagiddu, blah blah blah. So I don't want to read it because if you are from this language, belongs to Karnataka, you will be able to read it and interpret it. If you don't know this, that's absolutely fine. Basically, it is able to convert from one language to another language, right? So what I will do, I will take this. Okay, let me do one thing. I will what I should do, I will keep KN here and I will give Hindi here. Right? So I'm going to speak in Kannada language and it will convert into Hindi language. So I'm going to read the same sentence, what is printed here. So let's see how things will turn around, right? So for that, I need to copy this. Otherwise, when I execute, it will go, right? So give me a second. Okay, okay. So let me execute. ಭಾಷಣ ಗುರುತಿಸುವಿಕೆ ಅದ್ಭುತ ತಂತ್ರವಾಗಿದ್ದು ಅದು ಸಹಾಯ ಮಾಡಲು ಭಾಷೆಯಿಂದ ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಭಾಷೆಗೆ ಪರಿವರ್ತಿಸಲು ನಮಗೆ ಸಹಾಯ ಮಾಡುತ್ತದೆ ಮತ್ತು ಅದನ್ನು ಪರಿವರ್ತಿಸಲು ಇದು ತುಂಬಾ ಉಪಯುಕ್ತವಾಗಿದೆ. Okay, so you can see this. It's basically saying that okay, it will help us to convert from one language to another language. And it will also help us to convert from speech to text, right? That's what I was trying to say in Kannada language. I hope you are getting what I'm trying to say here. So you can play around with these codes and we know how to detect this code. So easily you can convert from one language to any other language. All right. So if you want to know more about the speech to text, yeah, we have a small course that is a speech to text. You can go through that one. So you'll be able to understand more about this microphone and speech recognition. All right. So that's all in this video. Thank you, everyone. Thanks for watching this video. Keep learning.